I'm taking off, gotta go, destination unknown, no holding back. Oh no, I'm discovering my flow. I'm saying yes to myself and the fire in my cells. 'Cause I'm moving with the mystery, honoring myself, letting go.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease, and may you be happy. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease, and may we be happy. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well. I am peaceful and at ease. And I am happy. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well. I am peaceful and at ease. I am happy. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well, I am peaceful and at ease, and I am happy. I am happy. I am happy.
Good morning, everybody. So good to see everybody on this beautiful Sunday in June. Our theme this month is in living in color, and I see a lot of color today, even in your hair today, so a variety. We have a great service today. Reverend Abigail Schairer is here as our guest speaker, and we'd like to begin our service with music, and Astra has brought her looper and her guitar, so let's welcome Astra.
Good morning. Well, before I use the looper, I need you to sing with me. So won't you join me in singing We Are One in Harmony? We are one in harmony, singing in celebration. We are one in harmony, singing in love. We are one, singing in celebration. We are one, singing in love. You got it. We are one in harmony, singing in celebration. We are one in harmony, singing in love. We are one, singing in celebration. We are one, singing in love. Last time, really feel it. We are one in harmony, singing in celebration. We are one in harmony, singing in love. We are one, singing in celebration. We are one, singing in love.
Beautiful, thank you. So beautiful, a good start today. I'm Reverend Jay Lang, the spiritual director here, and so happy to welcome everybody, a place where all are welcome. This month we are doing the celebration of embracing diversity and affirming our unity in diversity. So with that in mind, let's say our vision and mission together. We can read it, starting with, we are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action. And our mission, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. Thank you, beautiful. So we are affirming that today. Reverend Abigail is here. Reverend Abigail, just stand up so people know who you are. Reverend Abigail was at our graduation yesterday, the School of Spiritual Leadership, as was Reverend Judith Flinner. She's from Golden Gate Center, so she's here joining us today. And so we had, welcome. So, and Reverend Georgia and I were there. It was just a beautiful ceremony. I think I have a picture here later on. I'm jumping ahead here, but there it is. But it was just at San Jose Center for Spiritual Living, and we had 5 graduates. It was just very beautiful to do. But today, having Reverend Abigail here, we're just affirming this idea that we are united in diversity in all ways. And as part of this, I also wanted to take advantage, obviously you're going to hear during the service from Reverend Abigail, but I wanted to get a chance for you to get to know her a little better. her wisdom that she carries with her, and she has evolved in this ministry. So after the service, we're going to be out in the courtyard. She and I are, for a question and answer, just to talk about or answer your questions about how to embrace, continue to be in joy and peace during this time of change. So we hope that you can join us for that. Just bring your coffee, food over, and we'll have chairs set up, and you can join us for that. And then also at 12:30, on this busy Sunday day, Reverend Georgia is going to be here for the community singing, and I think all are welcome.
Yeah, so come on in. We're going to have some songs that I sent out to the group who's already involved in the group. But if you're not, we're going to have some easy sing-alongs. And you're also welcome to email me at revgeorgia@csl.com if you have some input about songs, some chants, English or kirtan or whatever. Spanish, yeah. Okay. So come on afterwards, or just stay in your seat after you hear the talk.
All right, thank you. One thing, just in this idea of celebrating diversity this month, I did want to say that the last AIDS life cycle ride just finished up this week, and I've been keeping track of it on social media. It's just a beautiful event, and this year was mixed feelings because it was the last time they're going to do it. The leaders, the organizers decided because of the cost and also safety of the riders, this would be the last year. But it didn't keep people from being a part of it. They'd already raised over $300 million, and this year another $2 to $3 million. I didn't hear the final account. But and people were just in joy, and for me, acceptance is sometimes hard to find, but once we find acceptance of what is or of others, there's joy in that. And there was definitely joy in the riders, and it's fun that they could let go of their sadness, or perhaps they were both sad and joyful at the same time. I've been there before. So a beautiful ride today. And I don't see, but I know that her son Casey and girlfriend Allie finished the ride, and they were very successful in raising money also. And then this coming Tuesday, as part of this diversity, it's so glad to be part of this community effort called Pro Inclusion Napa. And Joanne is here, and Laura's over here. They're the co-leaders of this movement. They're meeting over at the Methodist Church on Tuesday. And this particular Tuesday is important at 5:30 because the special guest is Bailey from the Napa Queer Leaders Coalition. And they'll be able to give just their perspective on things right now, as well as different events and things that are happening in order to continue this diversity, equity, and inclusion in Napa, a beloved community. So if you can, please join us. I don't usually go, but I'm going to go to this one because of the speaker. Hope you can join us too. And then on Friday, we have a special movie. This one features a man named Joe Dispenza and his work with meditation. And it's some amazing research, and here's a trailer from it.
For the first time in the history of meditation studies, a group of scientists have discovered something really profound that's happening inside someone's body when they apply this formula.
What we're doing is we are quantifying how powerful the mind is.
We apply the same protocols to run pharmaceutical study.
We have data to suggest and evidence to suggest that you're changing.
Their brains look like people who have been meditating for decades. I've never seen data like this.
Whatever these individuals did was able to change the biology of a cancer cell in a dish. We have just scratched the surface. This is just the beginning to understanding our human potential.
So what's interesting about this movie, it features a certain kind of meditation that Joe Dispenza leads, but it's also evidence that meditation works, no matter what kind of meditation is, as long as you're able to still your mind. And I'd like to remind you that every Wednesday we have meditation here. It's just an open meditation. You don't have to have any experience in meditation. Just come and just be willing to quiet the mind. Don't even have to stop the mind. Just slow it down a little bit, you know? It's always good to do that. So. Next week is Green Bag Sunday. There's extra green bags out here in the courtyard. If you need one, I see some people have already brought theirs back. You can bring it back during the week or on Sunday. Yes, Kendall. 7 o'clock. Doesn't it? Oh, I see. 7 o'clock. Thank you. Yeah. It's also, if you didn't get any of those announcement sheets last week, or if you don't know where you put yours, there's more out in the lobby there, and it gives a lot of this information. But thank you, Kendall. And then the summer solstice celebration is on June 18th at 7 p.m. That'll be a wonderful ritual about enhancing qualities of life. And we'll be out in the courtyard. We'll have a covered, but a fire. But it'll be, I know this is fire season, so it'll be covered, but it'll be, that's part of the ritual of the summer solstice is the fire that's here. So. And part of the meditation. And we're continuing in this tradition of healing this month, that we're talking and promoting healing. And one other thing we're doing at the end of the month on June 28th is that on Saturday from 9 to 11:30, we're going to have an open group about, it doesn't have to be a particular thing you're working on healing, just general healing, preventative healing, or it could be something very particular, body, mind, heart, and soul, anything in there. So we agree. And also today, Sean and Monica are going to be out in the courtyard. A few weeks ago, I talked about the Uganda outreach project. Sean, do you want to say a few words about that? Or that he is continuing to sponsor or invite you to sponsor students for their secondary school in Uganda.
So, hello. Thank you for your interest in Uganda. Those who have stepped forward already and contributed to our cause. We're just inviting those who have already contributed and some new folks to come and join us. And we'll do better at matching you to a specific student, either in primary school or secondary school, and give you the means to communicate with that him or her so that you can form a relationship. So we're looking for more than just throwing money at the cause. We're asking for relationships, especially in these days. We need international relationships to keep us balanced and centered. So this is a great opportunity to do that with some very good kids that are going to a very good school, both in Kampala and in Masaka, which is about 3 hours west of Kampala. So I'm grateful for you. Thank you very much. And if you're interested, we'll be at a table out in the courtyard. Thank you.
And even if you just want to ask questions about it, you don't have to be committed. You just have to understand, get more information about the amazing work that's being done in secondary schools in Uganda there. So thank you. And then also Crush MS, we are going to be asking for volunteers starting next week. I just talked to Karen Reed, and she is part, of course, owners of the property where the event is, this amazing event to stop or slow down at least the progression of MS. Her son Kevin and Julie Hare are the co-founders of it. And every year we provide, more than 30 volunteers for the event. And I know many of you last week raised your hand. I'll just ask again, how many people have ever volunteered for Crush MS at some point? So you can see that a lot of people have, and we're looking for a few more people, and she'll be here next week to talk about specific areas that she needs people to do. And so I hope that we're all ready to sign up next week for that, because it's such a pivotal and powerful time. They're seeking to, over the 10 years it's been going on, they're seeking to reach up to $1 million of donations, and they're very close to it already. So we want to be the force that puts them over the top, okay? So let's help do that. We are founded on prayer. Please know that any prayers you give us either in the lobby or online or with practitioners, that we are in prayer for you, and we know the universe answers to your prayer when it's done in a place of consciousness and love. So thank you for your willingness, and now we'll start the sacred part of our service.
Oh, of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. Revolving tide, creating life. You are the one, I am the one. Evolving mind, healing life. You are the one, we are one. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, take a breath. Revolving tide, creating life. You are the one, I am the one. Evolving mind, healing life. You are the one, we are one. You are a part of it, and I am a part of it. Magic happens everywhere. Take a breath, you'll find it there. So if you'd like to soften your gaze or close your eyes and just breathe in this beautiful summer light, the sunlight coming through the trees, the breeze. And remember, you are a part of it. You have always been part of the whole, the divine whole, the divine heart. So as we are here today, gathered together, we're grateful for that heart, for our time together, for everything that unfolds in this beautiful service today, the music, the words. We know we are blessed. We know we are in the right place. We know we are loved. We let this be, and so it is. Good morning. So I've spent years reconciling and healing my relationship with Jesus and the divine masculine. And I've mentioned before I was brought up Episcopalian, and as a very young child, I loved Jesus and the church. I used to remember these visions of having Jesus in my room, illuminating love and kindness and protection. And when I was a teenager, I left the church. I stopped going because I realized I was part of a patriarchal and hierarchical religion where all the spiritual authority belonged to males, male God, Jesus, apostles, priests. And the only spiritual model I had of the feminine were the two Marys, a virgin and a whore. So there was no place for me, and I left the church, and I went on my own spiritual journey, which I'm still on, of understanding the divine feminine, the mother goddess. And I'm just saying there's plenty to be furious about the patriarchy throughout history and now. All the atrocities committed, holy wars, crusades, inquisitions, burning women at the stake as witches, all in the name of God and Jesus. And of course, it's not just Christianity. We know that. So about 20 years ago, I started studying and reading about Mary Magdalene, and that involved her relationship with Jesus. And of course, we'll never know what happened, right? But I started to feel like I gave this guy a bad rap. And I started to feel compassion that I'd misjudged him, understanding that he would have never consented to the unspeakable things that were done in his name. So Jesus, for me, is the prototype of the divine masculine, an enlightened teacher of the way of love, asking us to love ourselves, our neighbors, the god or goddess of our own heart, and even our enemies. And he is kind and loving and strong and inclusive. He's the archetype of the social revolutionary, the healer, the master of nonviolence resistance. He speaks love to power, Christ consciousness, Buddha nature. And then for me, the relationship of Mary Magdalene and Jesus is about the union of the sacred divine feminine and masculine. It's the embodiment of love and sensuality and sexuality and equality and creativity and trust and respect. And for me, it's non-binary, it's not static. It contains everything, all the expressions of who we are. So I believe the divine feminine is re-emerging in the world right now to bring the world back into balance and to heal the wounds of the divine masculine. Because patriarchy is still toxic and at work. It's out of control, driven by ego and mind and greed. It's divorced from the heart and from the divine. And whether it's Christian nationalism or politics or government or tech or corporations, it still pursues control and superiority for power and money and greed. So my Jesus marches in every women's parade. My Jesus protests for all people, all genders, all expressions. He feeds the homeless. He supports immigrants. He dances and sings in the Pride Parade. He overturns the podium in Congress with words of truth and power. And he kneels and prays in the rotunda of the Capitol with Reverend Barber, and he probably gets arrested. This is what is ours to do, to heal the wounds inside us and collectively. The healing and rebalancing of the divine feminine and masculine and all its expressions returns me to the love of Jesus and the love of the Divine Mother. We have to remain grounded and strong because love is always a threat to the powers that want to control and dominate, dominators, authoritarians. Love dissolves hierarchy and the divisions between us. It is the expression of our divine nature, beings of love here to create a world that works for everyone. And so it is.
Thank you.
La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Ooh, 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 da da
outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am a shining light. 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 I am bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am a shining light. 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 I am bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am bold and outrageous, standing, bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am bold and outrageous, standing. I am a shining light. 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 I am bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am bold and outrageous, standing, bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness. I am bold and outrageous, standing in my greatness.
That was wonderful. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I want to do an official introduction of Reverend Abigail because she is such an amazing person. So she's self-identified as a vibrant, visionary, dynamic speaker. Her mission is to awaken people to their own spiritual magnificence and help them live lives of absolute joy, abundance, and freedom. But let me tell you what I know about her personally. She is an amazing leader. As a practitioner in 2007, she started Sister Spirit, which has empowered, thousands of women. I mean, when you do a work like that, it's a ripple effect too that's so powerful. And she founded her own Center for Spiritual Living Peninsula, and then a few years later went up to Seattle. It's a mega Center for Spiritual Living, and served there as the assistant minister for many years, and now is seeking her new expression as a minister. And guess what? That means we get to have her here as a speaker. So please welcome Reverend Abigail.
Thank you, Jay. He didn't also mention that we happen to have been prayer partners in the Minister Sangha for many years now. So. You don't mention who. It's me. I'm one of those people. We have a weekly prayer call with a group of ministers, and so it's really, really wonderful. And I've been delighted to get to know Jay for many years on that. And then also, Michelle has been on my dream team for Sister Spirit for a long time. So anyway, it's a delight to be with all of you this morning. I just love looking at all of your amazing faces. And I'm grateful. It's June. It's Pride Month. Yay, Pride Month! Lady Gaga said, "I'm beautiful in my way because God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way." And that's really important to recognize, that I'm born this way. And each and every person is born in their own individual aspect of God. What I recognize, or what I've seen through the years in Science of Mind or New Thought teachings, we do teach a lot about oneness. That oneness is the ground of all being. And the way that this one God, Spirit, shows up is through multiplicity. And that's kind of confusing, because it's like, how can you be one thing and multiple things at the same time? But that's God. God's a big paradox. It's both physical and non-physical. It's the one, and yet it's the many, the all. And having that come together is really important, because a lot of people just want to focus on the oneness and they want to forget about the multiplicity. But it's the multiplicity that brings the flavors of God to life. And it allows me to bring my own song, my own talk, my own perspective to the table, and have it be just as equal as Astra, or as Jay, or Carmina. That each and every person has this unique place in the world that is the infinite presence wanting to express itself, but then also wanting to witness itself. And there's like a little marriage that happens. But that marriage can't happen if there's not an acknowledgement that we all are coming from these different perspectives to be a part of the one. So one thing I think is really interesting, I love science. I love Science of Mind because we talk about science a lot, which is great. People are like, what's your religion? You know, how do you describe Centers for Spiritual Living? I'm like, well, it's that string of truth that runs through all the religions. And then you just put science and philosophy and put it all into one thing. And there you go. Science of Mind. So let's talk about epigenetics. Epigenetics. It is a term that describes how our behaviors, the environments, and the experiences change the ways our genes express out in the world. So in other words, you're not just shaped by your DNA. You might be born with certain DNA, but what's going on in your environment, including your thoughts and ways of being, affect how your body responds out in the world and how you show up. And so it's interesting because you're shaped by all the outside, but then you also help shape the outside. Epigenetics, they found out that twins who are born develop into totally different people. Isn't that interesting? Same parenting, same genes, DNA, but yet they evolve differently. So it's like it was meant to be. It was meant to be for us to evolve in our own unique and special way. But is that considered holy? Or have you considered how holy you are? Have you considered that your own unique expression is a holy expression of the one? That who you showed up to be, that you were born into at this time, at this place, here, is a divine creation. Can you say, I'm a divine creation? Say it. I am a divine creation. I am holy. And then just resonate with that. Is there some resistance? Is there like, well, I'm not holy. I'm no Jesus. Well, maybe you are. Maybe you are, and maybe that's what Jesus was saying. Ye are gods. All that I have done, you should do and more. But do I embrace that? Do I embody that? Am I willing to say yes to that? Am I willing to see the differences and celebrate it? Or am I saying, because you're so different than me, I'm going to not accept you into my world? Having the both and, the oneness and the diversity inclusion, is much more challenging. Do you know how much easier it is to like get along when everybody's thinking the same way? How come everybody can't just think like me? How come you can't behave like me or do it the way I do it? Why do you have to be a different Enneagram number than me? I'm a 3, by the way. Anybody does Enneagrams? I'm a 3. I'm right. I'm 1. My wife is a 1, by the way. 7, all right. I love it. You all know. Eric Butterworth said, "You are a divine original, divine inherent action. You express expansively and creatively your uniqueness as the perfect idea in the infinite mind." So one of the other things I love is neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is another scientific term, and it talks about this idea that our brains are not static. They're always changing. They're always changing. And this is the good news, because sometimes there may be things in our life that block us from getting what we want. And it doesn't mean we can't have it. It just means maybe we need to find a workaround, a new way of thinking about it, a new way of considering it, that we don't have to be locked into what is, that we can always be evolving no matter what age. And that's what I love about this teaching too, is what I recognize and know is that the more people I meet, I'm going to say in 80s and 90s, I go, this is why I want to be here. Because I feel vibrancy and youthfulness at every age of the people I'm surrounded by in this teaching. Because I think it's the recognition that that vibrancy comes from an inner knowing, that inner connection to the light in the world. You know, it's like, oh, well, my life isn't over because I'm still here, so I got stuff to do. I got stuff to express. I want to be like that in my hundreds. I want to be like that. I want to have that mental model, that paradigm of possibility. And you can, if you choose to say yes to it. If you say, that's my life. I see that there, that is mine too. That's what a mental model is, by the way. If you've ever taken mental equivalence class, it means whatever is possible in the universe, if it happened to somebody else, it's possible to happen to you too. And the great part is, God is infinite, and so therefore, it can be even more than that. Ye are gods. Even more is possible. So I'm bringing this back to this idea that we are here as holy people. We are here as the infinite expression of the One. And maybe I do my expression through creative hair colors. Maybe I do it through dancing. But it doesn't mean that my expression is more holy than your expression, or your expression is more holy than my expression, or just because I have a minister title, I'm more holy than anybody else. No. It means that every person is holy, equally holy. And when we remember that, we experience the divine. But are you remembering it? When you look at the news, talk about a spiritual practice. I'm just saying for me. It's just spiritual practice for me. Is to look at the news and go, oh, that's holy. Can I see holy everywhere I go? If I can't, maybe I have some work to do on myself. And I do. I'm doing the work every day, sometimes. But I also have to recognize myself as holy too. Because typically, I know that I treat others the way I can see myself. So anything that I'm doing that's harming others in the world is probably how I think about myself as well. And anytime I heal myself, I'm healing it out in the world because we're all connected. So how can you embody your divine uniqueness? I I have a good friend. Her name is Cassandra Ray Kagic. I can't pronounce her last name very well. Kagak. Good friend of mine. And she gave me a practice to do just to help me embody and speak to who I am. So I'm going to give you this little exercise. She said, name your identities. Name your identities. So I did. This is what I took on sometimes as a society, or I was born into, or maybe I just said, yes, this is who I am. White. White is one of my identities. Now, this is a racial identity. This is something that is a social construct. It's actually not true. It's something invented. Whiteness was invented by European colonialists who came to America, and they wanted to find a system that said, I am superior to you. And so I'm going to create a race. Before the 1500s, there's no such thing as races. It was invented. People invented races. And then they categorized people. They made it up. And they made it up so they could subjugate or have power over or authority over, and it's still going on today. We still have it. And the interesting part of it is now ethnicity is different than race. So my ethnicity, that's the history of my parents, my ancestry. My families came from Germany, from Ireland, from Prussia, before it was broken up into a bunch of different countries. So I don't know if you know where that's from. That was a very big country in Prussia. But that's my ethnicity. That's what I inherited, not my race, which is just a term that is labeled that we use to categorize people in this country. And also use that to dehumanize people, unfortunately. So I've learned a lot about that. I've learned about how race is a social construct and that my ethnicity is something that I inherited. It forms who I am, though. It gives me privilege because of what I'm categorized as. Not necessarily my ethnicity, but my race. Also, my national identity. When I go to other places, who am I? Well, I'm American. I grew up in this country, and it gave me beliefs and ways of being and ways of thinking that are particular to this country. My sex is AFAB. AFAB means I was assigned female at birth. So basically, when I was born, a doctor decided what my sex was, and I was assigned a sex. They said, you're female. And so that's different than gender, by the way. Gender is an identity of how we identify in the world. So the sex is actually what's down there. And what did the doctor say it meant? And with intersex people, sometimes they have all the parts, and they just assign one. And then they have to grow up in a certain, assigned way of being. Going to the bathroom that they were assigned, not necessarily meaning it matched their parts. So gender means I identify as a woman, which means I'm cisgender, which means that's the same I identify as the gender of the sex I was born into. So that's cisgender. Versus transgender means I was assigned a certain gender at birth, and now I'm going for something else. That's not how I identify. And then I've got gender-rich friends, gender-fluid friends. I have friends that are all the genders, and they choose what gender that they're going to be. And some of them go by they, them. Some of them go by I'm he today, I'm she tomorrow. and it's who they identify as. But part of my holy expression is, can I honor you for who you show up as? Can I honor you? Which means I need to change. I get to change how I behave towards you because I want to honor who you are. My pronouns are she and her. My sexual orientation is a lesbian. I want you to know I was born a lesbian. I didn't know it. I didn't figure it out when all of the Girl Scouts were going boy crazy and I wanted to just go hiking and I didn't care about all the boys. Everybody had boy posters. All over their walls, I had cat posters. My age, I'm 46 years old. Some people don't want to say their age. I love saying my age. I will continue to love saying my age. I honor exactly where I'm at, my history, my experience. I honor it all. My body size is average. I have to say, when I go into a plane, I don't have to worry about anything. I bet you do, Jay. You're a very tall man. I don't have to worry about how far the seats are between my knees. I mean, I'm 5'5". It's like I fit in the airplane seat just perfect. No issues. I don't have to think about things like that. That gives me a privilege. I'm physically abled. I'm able-bodied. Do I think about if there's any stairs coming into this building? Do I have to think about how far away am I going to park and if I can make it into the building? I don't have to think about that at all. That means I'm privileged. I'm able-bodied. See, when we're looking at diversity and inclusion, people think it's just about, oh, we're just talking about gay people. Well, no. No, this is a celebration of all the things and to acknowledge every possibility of diversity. And when we say inclusion, we're talking about all the things. There's hearing ability. I can hear just fine. I don't have to think about where am I seated in the room. Is there a speaker near me? I don't have to think about those kinds of things because that means I'm privileged in that area. My class, I'm financially secure. I'd consider myself middle class. Gives me access, comfort, invisibility. My profession is a minister. This is something that I chose to do. I chose it, although I have to say it kind of chose me too. But it's something that I went after. I sought it for my profession. My marriage status. I'm married. I'm married to a woman. Being married to a woman, we got married in 2007. It wasn't legal in California until 2008. We were married in California. So we got married twice. A lot of our friends have been married a couple of times, gay couples, because they're like, okay, well, our first marriage was then, and then the legal marriage was then. And some of them even have like the legal marriage in one state, and then the federal marriage. And we got married 3 times. So something I do have to recognize that some places, in some states, I'm not as welcome. I pay attention to that. As a matter of fact, if we travel outside the country, we look up to see what is the status. Is it even legal to be gay in this country? Should we visit them? Do we have to hide who we are? These are all the things that I think about. And my spiritual identity. I was brought up Methodist. My religion of origin was Christian. This affects how I think about things. My holidays, the national holidays, are all Christian focused. They're all Christian focused. My Jewish friends, they didn't get to have time off whenever I got Christmas off. What about my Muslim friends? They don't have their holidays recognized federally. So there's a privilege and a way of thinking that affects all of us. And if I identify the privileges that I have, I can utilize those privileges to help lift others who don't have the same. or to acknowledge them, or to just be aware and conscious and learn about these other holy expressions that we all have. I think there's a lot of conversation about it. Should we as spiritual people talk about inclusivity? Should we talk about our diversity and how we think differently and behave differently? I think we should. I think that's imperative. It is our spiritual imperative to understand each other, because when I behave like an inclusive community, I create belonging. And this is a place where I want everybody to belong. And the only way I can do that is if I'm willing to share who I am, and I'm interested in how you're different than me. And that's what creates belonging. So I want you to consider thinking about that. This place, this spiritual community, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It just means that you actually have to get out of your comfort zone and discover more about those around you. And it also means that it's incumbent on each of us to recognize our own privileges and to see how I can be a support for those who don't have it. I was born into patriarchy. I know many women understand the whole idea of, like, when I go someplace, I want to make sure it's safe. And I know that many men don't necessarily think about that. But I do as a practice. I think about my safety and, who am I going to be with when I'm walking around certain places? I consider that. As a gay woman, I also consider that. It all depends on how can we create love, support, and safety for each other. And you have to be willing to take a stand sometimes for those who don't have the opportunity to speak up. So during this Pride Month, I want you to consider what are all of your identities. What are all the areas where you may or may not have privilege? All of the ways that you show up to acknowledge the holiness that you are and to seek out the holiness in others. And maybe as a little experiment, even speak up for those or give a space for those who are different for you to have a voice. I want to acknowledge you for inviting me to come this Sunday. I really appreciate it. And I love being here. I have a little ceremony that I want to do to acknowledge our differences and to have a holy place of being with each other. So a lot has happened in the last several years in our country that has been challenging and wonderful. But I know that as a spiritual community, we have a holy and sacred opportunity to recognize the unacknowledged pain body in our collective space. This is the power of community. This is the place where we come together to feel, to heal, to honor and recognize what no one will say, but what many people do feel. You got it?
Will all the women stand in the room? And please choose your place where you feel called to participate on the gender spectrum. Will all the women or people who identify as women please stand up? Men in the room, make eye contact and open your hands towards the women near you. And men, repeat after me. I see you. I hear you. Your voice matters to me. I see you. I hear you. Your voice matters to me. And then I'll say, just don't repeat this part. Beloved women, I cannot know and do not know what it is to walk your walk. I do not know what it is to live your experience. I do not know what it is to be shunned, quieted, dismissed, disqualified, or ignored. I do not know what it is to routinely not have your story believed. While I do not know what it is to have these experiences, I do know that I can take responsibility right here and now to create a safe place in this spiritual community and say to you clearly and directly, men, repeat after me, I see you, I hear you. Your voice matters to me. You may be seated. Oh, sorry.
So I am a straight, white person. And since we now want to honor the LGBTQ plus path, we don't want to out anybody before they are ready. So I'm not going to ask you to stand unless you so wish. Will all the people who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, gender fluid, queer, questioning, intersex, pansexual, two-spirit, androgynous, and asexual, please stand if you wish. Everyone else, please turn to make eye contact and open your hands towards the people near you and repeat after me. I see you. I hear you. Your voice matters to me. I see you. I hear you. Your voice matters to me. Beloved lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, gender fluid, queer, questioning, intersex, pansexual, two-spirit, androgynous, and asexual family, I cannot know and do not know what it is to walk your walk. I do not know what it is to live your experience. I do not know what it is to be shunned, quieted, dismissed, disqualified, or ignored. I do not know what it is to routinely not have my story believed. While I do not know what it is to have these experiences, I do know that I can take responsibility right here and now to create a safe place in this spiritual community and say to you clearly and directly, please repeat after me, I see you, I hear you, your voice matters to me. Thank you. You may now be seated.
As a white person, I would like to invite all of the Black, Indigenous, Latinx, and people of color in the room to please stand. Everyone else, please make eye contact, open your hands towards our Black, Indigenous, Latinx, and people of color near you, and please repeat after me. I see you. I hear you. Your voice matters to me. I see you. I hear you. Your voice matters to me. I cannot know and do not know what it is to walk your walk. I do not know what it is to live your experience. I do not know what it is to be shunned, quieted, dismissed, disqualified, or ignored. I do not know what it's like to not have my story believed. While I do not know what it is to have these experiences, I do know that I can take responsibility right here and right now to create a safe space for this spiritual community to see you, to say to you clearly and directly, I see you, I hear you, your voice matters to me. Thank you. You may be seated. May the vibration of our affirmation, may the connection between our hearts move out into the wider world and create a different experience for life and for each other. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Abigail. Such an honor to support your message with this music. Star seeds rise, your heart drum is calling you home to stand and be the light shining through the shadows of darkness to heal the wounds of life. We shine, we are one truth, love divine. We are wisdom realized. Star seeds rise, we stand as one. We are one breath burning bright. We are sacred soul inside. Star seeds rise, we stand as one. Transcendent truth, your heart's constellation, a symphony of light. Ignite, ascending through the veils of illusion. Behold these wings and fly on high. We are one truth, love divine. We are wisdom realized. Star seeds rise, we stand as one. We stand, we are one breath burning bright. We are sacred soul inside. Star seeds rise, we stand as one. Star seeds rise, your heart's drum is calling. Ooh. Star seeds rise, your heart's drum is calling. Ooh. Star seeds rise, your heart drum is calling.
What a beautiful affirmation about diversity. I think sometimes diversity and inclusion can be lip service, but when we feel it in our heart, that's when it makes a difference. So thank you for being willing to participate in the healing ceremony. So this time in our service, we invite you to be part of the law of circulation. We know that which you open your heart to, you receive, in so many ways. If our ushers could come forward. On the screen, it mentions several ways that you can give to the center. We appreciate any donations and contributions you've given in the past, the present, or you plan in the future. So we take our hand and put it over our heart and repeat the affirmation that's on the screen. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate, and so it is.
I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. Let's sing that again. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. Oh, oh. Na 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 na. I choose joy. 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 Oh, na 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 na. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. I choose love. Oh.
Thank you, Casper. That was great. I like the joy. That was my favorite one, right? That's great. Thank you, Astra. This is a time when we welcome people who might be here for the first time. If you're willing to raise your hand, we have just a little brochure about us to give you and just want to acknowledge you. Anybody here for the first time? Okay. I would like to invite Reverend Judith up and Reverend Abigail, since it's been a while since you've been here both, and just turn around. We'd love to give you a blessing. So the blessing is up on the screen as soon as I get it there. There it is. So we raise our hands toward them and we say, bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in the world. We are grateful for your presence in our community, and so it is. I'd like to invite our practitioners up to stand up here. They are available for prayer after the service. If you so are interested, just stay in your seat and the rest of us will flow on out to the courtyard. Remember that Reverend Abigail and I will be outside in the benches, like just on the other side of this wall. And for conversation, anybody's interested in questions and answers about maintaining peace and joy in our lives of time. And then let's invite the children up. You want to come up? Casper, come on up. Come on up. We should do something. Yay. Come on up here. Come on up. Come on up. Something to share?
Yeah. One thing I would like to share, on Sunday the 22nd, Tony's going to be doing a fundraiser for Teen Camp, and she's hand-making. I'll let you explain them there.
They're handmade resin keychains, so like I made them by hand, so like I mixed it and I Yeah.
Are we gonna want them? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
There's all sorts. There's letters, zodiac signs, and there's just random shapes too. So something for everyone.
I've seen pictures. They're really pretty.
Oh, teen camp.
Oh, okay.
For teen camp this summer, which is in July.
July 7th.
Okay, all right.
Oh, the 14th. Yes, I do.
Let's send you. All right. Yay.
How much money anyway?
Yeah.
Anyway, we appreciate.
Well, raise our hands, but instead of "we're here for you," let's say "your voice matters to me." You ready? Oh, they have a little something?
Yeah. The girls had an affirmation, right? You don't want to
You have an affirmation?
You don't want to do it? We choose love.
Okay.
Just
We choose love.
Wait, we choose love. Right? Good. All right, so instead of "we're here for you," let's say "your voice matters to me." We raise our hands to our youth and we say, "We love you, we care about you, and your voice matters to me." Let's all stand for the closing affirmation. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
I'm led by Spirit.
I am led by Spirit.
I'm guided by wisdom.
I am guided by wisdom.
I am protected by love.
I am protected by love.
I'm here to be a blessing.
I'm here to be a blessing.
I am so grateful.
I am so grateful.
And so it is.
So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.